Welcome back, everybody. Dave the Gamer here. Today wanted to make a guide on something I've been abusing for the past couple weeks. I've been farming elemental waters, making over 130 gold an hour with a twist. The little twist you can use in many different scenarios to up your gold per hour in pretty much every gold farm by about 20 to 30 gold an hour additional onto whatever the gold farm might be. Like I said, this place I'm making 130 gold an hour. Now, I will give you full disclaimer because I always get comments. If you were on a maxed out population server, then pretty much every single gold farm out there in the game outside of a dungeon is going to be packed. So I'm sorry, but you are screwed in that sense. There's nothing you can do. But for everybody else, the many other servers out there, this should work just fine. And I've even talked to many people, even on full servers, that pull these gold methods off, but you're not going to be able to do it during, 4 o'clock server time. So if you plan on some of these good gold farms, especially open world, you want to try to get on, as early as possible. I like to jump on before I go to work, 6, 7 a.m. I'll get 3-4 hours of farming in before it starts to get packed. And then I'll jump back on at like 11 or 12 o'clock at night. When everybody else is raiding, I'm out here farming. So these are the best times to do these farms where I'm talking about this elemental water. So I'm going to tell you where to farm these elemental water. I'll show you what I got over the hour. I'm going to show you the twist of how to add 20 to 30 gold an hour to every gold farm. And then as a little bonus tip, just because I fucking love you guys, I'm going to share a secret story with you. It's about when I was younger, my 21st birthday. I think it's a hilarious story, so stick around to the end if you do want to hear it. Like I said, I find it pretty funny. But yeah, let's jump into this one. So, where I'm talking about farming these elemental waters and why you want the elemental waters is for the Greater Frost Protection Potion. If you haven't already seen my previous video, I did it where it was in Stranglethorn Vale off the island there. Great island. There's about, I think, 18 to 20 different spawn locations. So that's a great spot to farm. Basically what I've been doing is I have one of my alts at that spot and my alt here. So Arthi Highlands, this is where this is another great spot to be able to get off the cresting exile. You have, I think it's a 12 or 14% chance to get the elemental waters. Now the only part with Arthi Highlands is I find this spot to be more populated than the Stranglethorn Vale. Maybe that one's more populated now since I released the other video. But I like this one also for a couple different reasons. One, they're all pretty close. I can pull all of them in 1 to 2 pulls, and it takes me roughly 1 minute to kill all of them around the circle. As you see right now, it's not a good time to be farming. It's almost 11 o'clock server time, so it's a little late in the day. Sometimes at this time there's no one here, so it all depends. I like to keep one of my alts always here. I'll log on, check it. If no one's here, boom, I'll do a couple hours and then do something else. So this spot is excellent, I think. And here, so there's 2 different ways you can do it. So as a bonus tip, you could go from here, okay? You clear the whole circle in a minute. It takes 4 minutes to respawn, so you have a 3-minute or a 4-minute dead time of doing nothing. So I timed it. I was able to run on my epic mount from here to down here, which is the earth ones. So you have a high chance of getting earth elementals. Now this place, I've always found this place packed. But like I said, if you're coming on super early in the morning, this might be a good place to go. So what I would do is I would clear this whole circle, run down here. It takes about 1.5 minutes to run down there. Clear that circle. By the time you run back up, these will all start respawning again. If you're able to get both spots on lockdown, you're probably going to make closer to the 175 to 200 gold an hour. But I'm just factoring what I did was here and then my little special twist that I'll show you on my other alt, what I was doing in the meantime. So literally all you do is you just pull what I already counted. There's 14 different locations for them. So you have them all around the corner, and there's like 4 or 5 here in the middle. This guy looks like a fucking bot if I ever seen one. He was like weirdly standing there. I don't know. So if your server is highly populated, I'm sorry this might not work, but I know this will work for many people. I've done 4 or 5 hour shifts multiple times. My server on Kirktonos is medium to high population PvP server, and I rarely have trouble. So him being a bot, I definitely, he actually targeted me, so he's maybe not a bot. Actually messaged me, so I'm surprised he's just slow. So if I really wanted to compete with these guys, I think there'd be no problem with actually beating them out. So let me show you what I do in the meantime. So just doing these, first I'll show you what I do in the meantime, and then we'll come back to this so I can show you what all the loot I got over the hour. All right, so if the earth elementals, where you get the earth guys, earth exile or whatever, are busy and you're able to secure the water elementals ones, what I would like to do in the meantime is, if you have, like, this requires a second alt. So if you have a second alt level 60 that has herbalism, you can come to SM and go to the graveyard, where what you're searching for is grave moss. So grave moss right now on my server is selling for about $1.50 gold a piece. And actually I could see it going up a little bit more going into phase 6 now for some of the Nax fights. So this is a great spot. So just to show you, I'll show you afterwards what I got throughout the hour. Actually, I'll show you now just so you see. What I got over the hour of actually going here is I got 10 grave moss. So I did 5 dungeon resets. So since I have to wait, 4 minutes for them to respawn, I'm able to hurry up, jump on this character, 20 seconds log out, whatever. All in all, it actually works out perfect. So I literally clear the whole circle in like 30 seconds to a minute, get all the elemental waters, log out, log onto my alt, and then run the dungeon 5 times. From picking up the grave moss, some heavy stone, and then what I do is out of 5 runs, there was 3 chests that I was able to open up. So that's extra gold. I end up making about 30 gold during that. So you take that 30 gold and add it on. So if there's ever a gold farm that you're doing that you are just clearing way too fast, so if you're able to wipe them out and you're just sitting there for 5 minutes waiting for the next one to respawn, why not add this into the mix? You add an extra 30 gold an hour every single gold farm that you're sitting there waiting for respawns. Now, obviously, some gold farms you're not able to do this, but there's many that I've done that I don't know why I wasn't thinking about this, but this is a great spot. And I'm just going to do a quick run through of here just so you see exactly how to do it. So we'll start the stopwatch here. So this is where you want to have anything speed boost wise that you could possibly speed up and run through even faster will help. So there's always a chest right here. A lot of times it's locked. If it's not locked, all you got to do is just kill these guys. They're fucking easy. If you're level 60, you'll have no problem. So if you're engineering, you can get the, I think it's sea foam, the low level sea foam to open these up. I was getting like 2-3 gold a chest basically each one. So it's nice extra money. If you're a rogue, it's even easier because you could just get it. But with the herbs, you're able to get 2 things. You can get King's Blood, or you can get Grave Moss. So there's some Grave Moss there, and King's Blood. So there's times I've come in and they're all King's Blood. There's times I came in and it's all Grave Moss. So, but overall, I mean, if you come in 5 times, you're probably going to get at least 10. So this is going to be an easy 30 gold extra added on. So I got 2 that time. Not terrible. Little effort. Don't got to kill anything. Just run past everything. This is where, like, if you have any speed boost, it wouldn't be bad to use your rocket boots or nifty stopwatch or anything else on cooldown. I blink on cooldown just to kind of speed it up. But I found with getting the chest, I can get in, out, reset in about 3 minutes, 15 seconds, something like that. So this is such an easy little thing to add while you're just waiting, because what else are you doing there? Just sitting? Why not make it another 30 gold an hour? I don't know. Raid consumes for Nax and you get it fucking expensive, so I'm trying to do anything I can. So there you go. There's the little twist I was talking about that you could add into any video. Let's look at how much gold I made off the elemental water. We'll jump on my other account again, talk about the entire loot breakdown, and then get into my funny, embarrassing 21st birthday story. All right, let's take a look at the loot over the hour I got. So looking at all that, I broke it all down on my little nifty notepad thing here, the elemental, water, and earth. So 4 minutes to respawn. So, and then a minute to kill them. So 60 minutes divided by 5, you should be able to clear 12 times, and there's 14 respawns each time. So you should be able to get 168 kills total. They have a 12% drop rate, what they said online. But over the hour, my drop rate ended up only being 8%. So to break it down, and like I said, the 5 dungeon clears while waiting on the spawns, I actually got 4 chests, 10 grave moss, 12 gold, greens, vendor. I made an extra 23 gold an hour. If you're a rogue, you'd get all 5 chests. You might get lucky, get more grave moss, more greens. So it's definitely a nice little thing to add on to it. So looking at the elemental water right now on my server, they're 5 gold a piece. I could definitely see them. I mean, they're already 5 gold on most servers. I could see them going up to 7, 8 gold for a little while. Especially with there's really only 2 main spots to farm them, and a lot of times they are heavily farmed. So if you're someone that's getting on super early or super late at night, you're going to reap the rewards of the good gold per hour. So I got 21 of them at 5 gold a piece, is 105 gold alone. Then I got 1 gold in greens. The cresting charms, which are not bad. It looks like most servers they sell at 50 silver. I factored 30 silver times 49 of them is 14.7. I got 2 gold in just random vendor enchanted water. So a total of 123 gold off just this farm alone. Then you add into the dungeon mix and you're looking at 146 gold an hour. This is such an easy farm. Like, I could do this while I sleep. Obviously, like I said, it's restricted to certain times of the day based on how busy your server is. Large servers, you're screwed, sorry. But the other people, I would get here ASAP. So as more people start learning about this stuff, this place is always going to be packed. So definitely get here, highly recommend it. Also, I wanted to give a big shout out to all of my patrons. I've got a couple of them now. I'm going to put their names on the screen. Highly appreciate all the support I've been getting on the channel. And just like this video, I pre-record everything, so they're going to get access to this video, you know, almost a month before anybody else does. So they're going to be able to use all these gold methods way before. So if you want early access to videos, check the description below for the Patreon. And let me tell you a little story about my life. So I've done a lot of dumb things in my lifetime, and to protect anybody's identity, I will just use random names within these stories. So I've got too many stories. I'm 30 now, but this happened when I was 21. All right. So I can only share some stories because some, YouTube might not like it, but I can share this one. So when I was 21, my buddies decided they're going to get me a party bus to go. I lived in Pittsburgh, and we're going to take a party bus down to Pittsburgh. First time going to the bars, get this big old party bus. There's like 20, 30 of us. We're like, fuck it, let's go. Yeah, me and my buddies had a house together, so there was 3 of us in this massive, like 3,000 square foot house. I don't know, it's Pittsburgh, it was cheap. So we're like, we'll go down to Pittsburgh, we'll party all night on the party bus, come back, throw a party. It's going to be an epic night. Well, yeah, I drank way too much. So these motherfuckers ended up not tricking me, but I ended up drinking a 5th of liquor before I got off the bus, before we even got to the bars. And we get to the bars, and meanwhile, and like I said, I do not condone heavy drinking or anything like that. These are many dumb decisions I made when I was younger. I've grown up since then a little bit. But so I get down to Pittsburgh, already trashed, getting off this bus. And there's all kind of nightclubs, and like it's the full party scene. And we're going, all I remember is the first bar. And we were down there for like 4 hours. So I was completely out of it. And somehow I managed to separate from everybody else. So I don't know what happened. I think what happened is I remember like seeing one of the girls that was on the party bus, and I was like lost. and I thought I seen her. So I was like following. I'm like, oh, where are we going? We're going to a different bar. So I follow them like a quarter of a mile to a different bar for her to turn around, and it wasn't anybody I knew. So then I'm like, fuck, now I'm really lost. I have no clue where anybody is. I go to pull out my phone. This is like a horror story. I pull out my phone, phone's dead. I was like, shit. Go to grab my wallet, no wallet. I don't have ID. I can't get in a bar. I don't have anything on me. And I don't know what the fuck was going on. So in my head, I was like, I don't know. I guess I'll just walk home. Meanwhile, it was a 45-minute bus ride to get there. So the walk, it would be like, I don't know, 10 hours. And it's a lot on main highways. But for whatever reason, I thought that'd be a good idea. So I just started walking. About an hour into my walk, I was walking over one of the big bridges down in Pittsburgh. And the way I was walking, I guess I like had my thumbs out. And someone on the opposite side of the bridge stopped and was like, hey, you need a ride? And yeah, I was just out of it. I was like, yeah, I could use a ride. Don't even know what the hell I was thinking. Someone could have killed me. I was an ugly kid, so I doubt they were gonna rape me. But so I was like, fuck it. I mean, I don't have a wallet. I don't have a phone. I got shoes, shorts, and a shirt. It's not even like you could rob me. I mean, I got some shitty shoes on. So I was like, fuck it. Yeah, I need to go home. So this guy picks me up, this good Samaritan, and proceeds to drive me from Pittsburgh the whole way to my house. 45 minutes, just some random person being nice. But all I remember is I kept looking up, and like, you would take the highway to get to my house, straight shot. But instead, we're going through, like, there's a couple really bad neighborhoods. And I'm seeing like every neighborhood that's like on the news for shootings and shit. We're taking all these back roads, and I'm just seeing each of those neighborhoods go by one. I'm like, he is going to kill me. So for whatever reason, I kept saying, I was like, I got a Glock. I got a Glock. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. I had no weapons. I had nothing. And I'm like threatening this nice guy. I don't remember why. I was just really scared he's going to kill me. Oh, look at this empty spot. And this guy drove me the whole way home. The whole way home. We get back to the house. The party bus is in the driveway. There's probably like 40, 50 cars all scattered around our property, and they are throwing a massive party. And this guy, this is where I'm a dick. I don't know. He was an older guy, and we're all, 18 years, or not 18. We're all 21, 22. And he's like, hey, you mind if I come in? He was like 50. I was like, nah, I'm sorry, bruh. And then I got up and left. So looking back at this day, I feel really bad. I probably should have let the old head party with us, but after picking me up on the side of the road and driving me 45 minutes, I don't know why I didn't, so don't crucify me for that. I regret that. And that night did not end. So I go into the house, and everybody's like, Dave, where the fuck have you been? We waited for you for like 2 hours. And then I explained the story of how I hitchhiked home basically on accident and got lost, and I had nothing, no wallet, no phone, all this shit. In midst of telling the story, I don't know why, I was still a little drunk, the Sweet Carolina song came on, and I don't know, there's a couple songs that get me pretty riled up. That song came on, and I don't know why, I decided like I was just gonna run. Like in my head, it was gonna go so different. I was like, I'm gonna run and jump up onto my kitchen table. I run, jump up on the kitchen table, proceed to slip, because there was drinks and all kind of shit on there from everybody playing beer pong and shit. Slip, fall through the table, split the table in half, and I'm laying there like in pain, and all I hear is everybody chanting, burn the table. So then we take the table outside, burn the table, and somehow burnt the couch. I don't know what the fuck happened that day. That was the craziest 21st birthday of my life. And figured it'd be a funny story. At least I think it's hilarious looking back how dumb I was. I thought it'd be a funny story to share with you guys. Hope you guys enjoy that. I got a couple other stories. I got like 5 or 6 other that are, won't get me kicked off YouTube that I'll share. Let me know if you guys even want to hear some of these stories. I think they're hilarious. You guys might think I'm dumb. Love to hear it. But stick around for more content, guys. Like I said, thank you to all my Patreon subscribers. they're getting that early access videos. And if you check in that top right corner, that's the other elemental water farm I was speaking about over in Stranglethorn Vale. So if you haven't seen that video, check that spot out. You want to definitely check out both spots before it gets too packed. As you've seen at the beginning of this video, this place had 2 people, and look at this, completely empty again. 11 o'clock server time. So especially if you're fast at beating people out, they're gonna leave. Get to these gold farms right away. And as always, guys, game on.